Hello everyone. So today I'll be talking about remaining positive despite of your circumstances. And I'll be eating some humble pie because basically a couple of days ago I've received a message from a friend, acquaintance, like someone I used to work with and being friendly, but it's not like it's my best friend or something. Yeah, kind of am. I'm talking about my situation, about difficulties with accommodation, the finances around it and all that stuff. To which he responded, I'm going to read it to you. I wrote it down because you'll understand better where I'm coming from. So he responded, stay positive no matter the situation. Create constant positivity around you and don't allow minor materials that are insignificant to the universe affect your health. Read as much as you can and increase your knowledge in any subject you can. That is a good distraction from petty issues. I replied, lol, petty issues like impending homelessness. To which he replied, in the grand scheme of things, that's nothing. Put it mildly, I lost my shit. I got so triggered and so upset by this. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? How is being pregnant, single, and about to be possibly homeless a petty issue? And if it's a petty issue to the universe, or it's insignificant to the universe, then the universe is an asshole. It can go and fuck itself. So that was kind of my reaction. We had a little more of an exchange, but I kind of kept it quite subtle, so I don't think he picked up on my mood. But I was just, what an arrogant twat. Like, it's so easy to be on your high horse when, you're single and sorted, live with your parents and travel on holidays every 5 minutes and have a steady job and, plenty of spare income, especially as someone who has given up on his responsibilities in the past. And I was thinking, interesting. So my initial response was, I just flew off the handle. I was so triggered and so upset by this. How dares he? But as I processed it, what I realized, and that's the humble pie I'm eating, is I've been there. I've been on the side he is on. I've been the person who tells someone in a share, oh, don't worry about it, in grand scheme of things, it's nothing, it's gonna be okay, just look at it from the wider perspective. We kind of on this, small planet, racing through the space, the universe, amongst billions and billions of other stars, with a lot of space in between. And I was like, shit, I might have made some people feel like I'm feeling right now. Not the proudest moment, I must admit. And I realized, like, oh fuck, I've been one of those people who just have their life not easy but just reasonably sorted, when things are going smoothly, things are going more or less according to plan, and no massive disasters, you're pretty secure, you're on your own, there's no other responsibility, it's just you. It's easy to say, oh, in grand scheme of things, this is nothing. It's easy when it's getting upset about, I don't know, someone jumping the queue in Starbucks, or I don't know, your boyfriend not texting you on your birthday, or your kid bringing bad mark from school, whatever. Like, the little things that actually in grand scheme then really don't matter all that much. Then, it's easy to say to that. But I've realized, like, if you take that approach to every situation in life, it actually can become harmful. And especially with that advice as well, if someone actually tries to follow it, So if you're in some existential issue, like either, really massive breakup, or someone died, or you're about to be homeless, you're struggling with some addiction, like you name it, like really big issue, and especially issue I think when it comes to survival or safety, like people in war zones. You go there and tell them that actually what's happening to them and the fact that their family members are dying, it's insignificant to the universe, and that actually the issues are petty. They have every right to tell you to fuck off because that's just ridiculous. Of course it's not petty, of course it matters, and of course this is significant, and it is shit, like to be in denial of what is wrong with your life or with the world, like it's just being blind to what needs to be changed. So I realized how devalued I felt, how insignificant I felt, and I just really felt I don't want to speak to this person ever again. Like he's an asshole, and considering that it's used to be me, it's really upset me that I was ever capable of being an asshole. But it's life. We grow, we learn. So this is my lesson. This is my lesson because he's become my mirror, and he's become my lesson of don't be an asshole. Offer advice when it's asked for, but also be compassionate and understanding. And yeah, when it comes to staying positive, I understand the principle behind it, and I agree with it. Like when you focus on the positives in your life, your energy, your vibe is much higher, much more likely to achieve something. I would not recommend distracting yourself from it, because that leads you to be in denial about your situation. That's not helpful. It's also not, about denying your feelings. To deny that you feel angry or sad or just simply shit about what's happening, that's not helpful either, because you need to process the emotions. That's not being zen. Being zen is dealing with your shit and still coming out on the other side peaceful. That's what being zen is, not being in denial of everything and pretending everything's okay while you stuffing everything down for one day to explode in your face, which I have experienced in the past. So staying positive, how I view it, is because that's what I'm experiencing right now, right? So I do feel shit about the fact that I don't seem to be able to provide for my baby coming up, that things are slightly more difficult than I expected, that despite the support I have, there's still lots of complications, things I have to work on, and there is possibility, like I'm not going to be homeless, like that's not going to happen, but it's not going to be easy. I'll have to move a lot, and it's going to take time before I have a home I can actually call home, which is not ideal when you have your nesting hormones in and you want to just start preparing for the baby coming. So here, I'm acknowledging, okay, this is shit. I do feel sad about it. I feel disappointed. I feel a little bit angry, like all these emotions that come up. I acknowledge them. I feel them. I feel them fully until that peace that comes after appears. And it always does. Always does. No matter how many tears I cry, at the end I feel peaceful. And I get this overwhelming sensation of, I don't know how, but it's going to be okay. I will keep doing whatever I can. I'll keep doing my best. I'm not giving up. I'm not getting depressed about this. I'm not hiding away from this. I'm not running away from this. I'm not distracting myself. Yes, I am reading. I am learning, but I've always done that. But it's not to distract myself. It's to educate myself, to improve myself, to improve my chances of making this better. And I think that's, for me, is remaining positive. It's just keep it going, just having the hope and the belief that it's gonna be all right in the end, and it will work out. And from my experience, it always does. No matter what shit I had gone through, and I've gone through plenty, I've always landed on my feet. I've always somehow managed. And no, I've never been rich. I've never been in some cashy kind of situation financially, but I've always managed, and I've always managed to have a good life with it as well, full of adventure, full of fun. I've done jobs that I've enjoyed. I've had relationships that were fulfilling as long as they lasted. So I think I'm quite lucky in that I'm able to let go of things that don't serve me and just push forward. I'm lucky in that I am happy with little, but I make the little happen. And I don't give up. I'm fucking stubborn. I just keep going. Like, I know what's right for me. I know in my heart that what I'm meant to do, and I keep going no matter how difficult it is. Because I know that it's just that one more step I need to take, and I will reach that goal, and everything's going to be sorted, everything's going to be alright, because it's always been so. And that, for me, it's remaining positive. But denying your feelings, denying the kind of, how to say it, I keep getting Czech word in my mind at the moment, which is not going to help you. But denying how big your problem is, it's not helpful. Of course it's not helpful to make it bigger than it is and blowing it out of proportion, but I think it's good to be realistic. I think positivity and realism don't exclude each other. They can coexist. You can be realistic about your situation, you can accept and acknowledge your feelings as they are, and still then come out on the other side peaceful and with positive mindset of, okay, yes, it's shit, but I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna clean it up and I'm gonna sort it out. I'm not gonna give up. So that's my take on positivity. I hope you found it helpful. But actually, one more thing I'd like to do is to apologize for anyone and everyone that I have ever uttered similar words that I've read in a text to, when all they needed was actually just a hug and a reassurance that things gonna be alright, instead of telling them how insignificant the issue is. I don't think I've ever used such words. I would not use words as insignificant and petty, but I probably got close enough. So my sincere apology. And I am definitely changing from literally this moment, or the moment I realized that I've already changed. But I just felt I'm going to share this because I think there's so much at the moment about positive affirmation and all this stuff. Actually, I might do another post on positive affirmation next week, because there's another, it's kind of, I have to think about it. I just don't like the way it's been pushed and presented. So it's not about being constantly smiley and happy and being denial of your true emotions. It's being real and not giving up. That's what remaining positive means to me. Now, I've texted him back because I had this realization, so I've texted him back saying thank you very much for the message you sent me, because you showed me something I needed to see. I didn't explain that it showed me that he's an asshole and showed me that I was an asshole too. But it really made me smile, because his response was as arrogant as his first one, something along the lines that friends are there to tell you the truth even if you don't like it, and open your eyes and all that bullshit. It's like, I can see you reading some books I used to read 20 years ago. You'll get there one day. And I was like, oh no, that's again the same personality coming up, that same part, that ego, that kind of I'm better than you because I read a book or two or listened to some teacher or something, and suddenly I know it all and my life is amazing and you should listen to me. So it's definitely still raises its horns every so often, so I need to be mindful and remain humble. Good luck to me, hey? So yeah, that's me sharing my view on positivity. So have a good day. Feel shit if you want to, feel positive if you prefer that, and let me know how you feel about positive thinking at all times. Take care.